This is a warning. If you don't know anything about Renaissance art, you will walk into the Pitti Palace and walk out like every basic travel vlogger saying, "Wow, I saw some very pretty old drawings." But let me tell you, this place is a trap. If you go in without a plan, you will get completely lost in a sea of gold frames, marble statues, and over-the-top luxury. It's called optical overload. Your brain literally won't know where to look. And worse, you will hit by camouflage by mess, a tactic where so many artworks are crammed together that masterpieces get lost in the chaos. And finally, you will experience the game of perception. Think of André Kiefer's mirror installation in the Pitti Palace, where he overloaded the room with reflection until his own artworks became invisible. The Pitti Palace does the same thing to you. You enter a room and boom, your eyes don't know where to focus. So here is the deal. You need a plan. If you don't, you will leave without remembering a single brushstroke. But don't worry, I got you. Here are the 4 artists you absolutely must focus on when visiting the Pitti Palace. At first glance, Sleeping Cupid might seem easy to overlook, but there's more to this painting than meets the eye. Caravaggio, one of the most daring and brilliant painters of the Baroque era, was known for his dramatic use of light and shadow, pulling viewers right into his world. His life, however, was just as intense as his art. After committing murder, he found refuge with the Knights of Malta, where he painted this deeply moving piece. Look closely. Cupid's bow is broken, his wings drop, and yet he sleeps so peacefully. Some believe this isn't just a resting god of love, but a haunting portrait of a lifeless child, a silent reminder of a woe made by this painting's commissioner. Is it a symbol of lost love or something even deeper? Either way, it's one of Caravaggio's most thought-provoking works. Artemisia Gentileschi wasn't just any Baroque painter. She was a trailblazer, one of the few women in a male-dominated art world. A huge fan of Caravaggio, she mastered his dramatic light and shadow, but with a twist. Her paintings told deeply personal stories that made biblical heroines feel real and powerful. Take penitent Magdalena. Most painters showed her as a weeping sinner, but not Artemisia. Her Magdalena isn't overwhelmed by guilt. She is lost in thought, wrapped in golden silk, caught between her past and a new path forward. Art historian Dr. Megan Callahan points out that Artemisia gave her heroines a depth and realism that was rare in Baroque art. Instead of a woman broken by sin, Magdalena in Artemisia's hands becomes something else, a figure of inner strength and transformation, one of her most moving and powerful works. Instead, Titian's penitent Magdalena. Mary Magdalena is shown with bare shoulders and flowing hair. At first glance, a strikingly sensual image. But look closer, and you will see her tearful eyes gazing upward, capturing a profound moment of repentance. Titian masterfully contrasts the physical and the spiritual, using her exposed form not as a mere seduction, but as a symbol of vulnerability and transformation. As a key figure of the Venetian Renaissance, Titian revolutionized painting with his bold use of color, dynamic compositions, and emotional depth. His ability to blend sensuality with spirituality in works like Penitent Magdalena exemplifies how he pushed the boundaries of storytelling and art. And then Raphael. Did you know that the Pitti Palace has more works by Raphael than any other museum in the world? That's right, even more than the Uffizi or the Vatican of Rome. Raphael was one of the big three of the Renaissance, alongside Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo. He's famous for his Madonnas and, of course, for the legendary School of Athens, one of the greatest masterpieces of all time. If you love his soft faces and those dreamy Renaissance vibes, the Pitti Palace is the place to see them.